Hey everyone, I'm Mikaela South. Welcome back to my channel. Today I put together a makeup tutorial that's specifically designed to help brighten up a tired complexion and perk up tired eyes. This is personally my go-to makeup routine whenever I haven't had enough sleep, maybe I'm traveling, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. There are some tips and tricks that I want to share with you that are so easy to do and they make a huge impact. If you're tired and you haven't had proper sleep, there's a good chance that your skin is also really dehydrated. So before you start any makeup, make sure that you put on a very good moisturizer. And I put together a video on all of my favorite products. There's some really good suggestions in there, so make sure you check that out. Before I start my makeup, I always apply eye drops. I usually find that my eyes are very red, they can sometimes be itchy and just very tired looking. So that is the first thing I do. I love this brand called Roto, I think that's how you say it. It's a refreshing, cooling formula, so it kind of wakes me up a little bit in the morning and it gets out all the red out of my lids and it instantly just makes me look a little more awake. Next, I'm going to use a brightening eye pencil. Now you'll notice I haven't put on any tinted moisturizer yet or foundation because it's usually I notice that my eyes are always tired and I want to correct and fix that first. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to a few different areas to my eye to really brighten and lift and open my eye. So with this, I'm going to apply this to what's called the waterline, and it's that skin between your eyeball and your bottom lashes. So we're going to apply this to that inner rim. And I know if you're not used to applying eyeliner like this, it does take a little bit of practice. So just be gentle and lightly blend that on to your bottom inner rim. And I like this color because it's more of a fleshy tone. I see some people using bright white pencils and I just feel like it looks too unnatural and it's too kind of stark white. You want to choose a pencil that's more of a fleshy tone. And because I am going to be putting on eyeshadow in a minute, it's going to soften this out. So even if it looks really bright right now, that's okay. It's going to kind of calm down in a second. Now I'm going to apply a little makeup to my complexion, and I notice that just when I'm tired, I don't like to wear a heavy foundation. I often think that applying something too heavy or with too much coverage can make the skin look a little more dry and tired. So I like to use something that's refreshing and moisturizing. So I always go for a tinted moisturizer when my skin is dry. And I do have redness. I'll go in after the tinted moisturizer is applied and even out the redness. I'll show you how I do that. So to start, I'm using this Josh Rose Brick Nutrient Day Cream that's tinted with SPF 30. I just recently discovered this over the summer, and I really, really like the texture. It just gives the skin a really beautiful glow. It sinks in, it hydrates, and it has that refreshing look that I'm going for when I'm just feeling tired. And for this, I'm not gonna get much coverage. It's just very, very sheer. It's moisturizing, it's hydrating for my skin, and I like to blend this on with my fingertips. Next, I'm going to apply concealer. Now, I have lots of tips and tricks with concealer. When I'm in a hurry, I just want something super quick and easy. I'm going to use a cream concealer, and I'm applying it with my fingertip, and I'm just going to go ahead and warm this up. I like to apply it with my fingertip and blend it right underneath the eye. Now when I use my fingertip, it helps to really warm the product up so it blends in underneath the eye and you don't get really cakey, heavy under eye concealer. So you can use a brush to also apply, but this is just my way of applying it. I really like this, how it has a very natural finish once it's been blended in. I always use concealer to help correct and brighten under eye circles. Now I use the concealer usually to hide the darkness or the redness under the eyes, and then I'll use a brightening concealer on top of it to help reflect the dark circles. But that's sometimes a two-step process and can be a little bit time consuming for some. So I find, even for myself, when I'm in a hurry in the morning, I like one that does both, and that's what I'm using today. All right, now that I have my complexion evened out a little bit more, it's time for one of my all-time favorite makeup tricks, and it's blush contouring. I know you've heard probably a lot about contouring with bronzers and highlighters, but this is a simple trick that I use to help brighten my skin when it's really tired. So I'm using 2 blushes, and the concept is pretty simple. The first blush is gonna be sort of a paler, more neutral toned blush to help lift my cheekbones and my face, and then the other blush is going to be a brighter one to pop and really bring in that kind of fresh glow that I'm looking for. So for the first color, I like to use, again, more cream products. If you're somebody with oily skin, you can certainly use powder blushes. This is just something that I use for my skin. And this time of year, we're heading into the winter season, so this is something that I think is really easy to do. So I'm going to apply the cream blush to my center finger here, just on the pads of my finger. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to just pat this on in an upwards motion, almost like a V. And this is also really slimming for the face as well. So I kind of go pat up just like this. And it's not a dark color. You can see it's kind of more of a neutral color. We're going to go back in a second, and we're going to add that pop to the cheek, which will really bring a nice freshness and glow to the skin. So we're blending up, and you can already see it's bringing a little bit more life to the skin. I prefer to use blushes when I'm tired, just because I think it brings that healthy, fresh glow to my skin, like I've had a full night's rest or I've been exercising, and I just, my cells are nice and juicy and everything looks brighter. Now that I've applied this neutral toned blush to my skin, as you can see in that upwards motion, I'm going to go in with a much brighter toned blush. I know this looks a little scary. It's not this bright. I know it looks kind of crazy, like you would never maybe choose this color, but I'm going to go ahead and swirl my finger across this. So now we're going to go to the cheek, and you can see the color. It's on my fingertip. I warm it up with the other finger, and we're going to pat this in. This area is going to be a little bit different on everybody. For me, I like it on my apples and my cheeks, and that's kind of the area when I smile. It's that kind of patty, meatier area of your cheek, and that's where I like to apply my pop and my brighter color blush. And you can already see it's looking a little bit more fresh, glowing. This is the makeup look that I like to do when feeling tired. Now, because this is kind of a neutral look, it's fresh, it's glowing, it's bright, I'm not going to apply a lot of eye makeup. I want this to be pretty simple. So I found this illuminating stick by Laura Geller, which I really like. It's a creamy stick. It's sort of a pearlescent shade, and I think it's super easy. I don't need any brushes, and I can just swipe it across my lid and get an instant brightening effect. Check it out. You could actually use this anywhere on your skin. I'm also going to use it on my cheekbones to highlight there, but it's so big, and I love this one because it's creamy. It doesn't tug at the eyelid, so check it out. You just do like one swipe like that and lightly pat it out with your fingertip. And I love how it brightens. Check it out. Let's do it on this side. Just makes it super easy. Blend it on with this stick and then blend it with your fingertip. So I'm going to apply shadow in a second. Now I have that base all over the lid. We're going to take that same brightening stick that we applied on that inner lower rim of the eye, and we're also going to lift the eyebrow. And this is really important if you're feeling tired, because it'll help give you a little bit more lift right there. And so we're just lightly going to sketch in under the eyebrow. And I like to blend this in with my finger. Now I'm just going to go in with a neutral colored eyeshadow. I'm going to choose one that complements blue eyes. It has a little bit of a peachy tone to it, but you can choose any neutral eyeshadow that works for your eye color and your skin tone. So final step, I'm putting on a little black mascara just to really pop my eyes. I usually tend to skip using brown or colored when I'm tired. Just want black, I want them to pop, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to my lower lashes. Final tip to brighten your eyes, remember that illuminating stick that we used earlier on our eyes? I like to use this just here on the inner corner of the eye, just a little bit. And this isn't a crazy kind of sparkle. It's very pretty and refined. It's kind of a sheen, and this is gonna help brighten the whites of your eyes, pop your eyes, open your eyes a little bit. It's a trick I've always used for years on sets when I'm shooting a model for photography or on camera. It really helps to brighten, so I'll show you right in here. You can already see that just that little bit really helps open the eye up. I'm gonna go for a nude lip gloss, a moisturizing color that's gonna keep my lips moisturized and fresh all day long, but also a neutral lip color because I'm really focusing on the brightness on my eyes and my cheeks, and I'm less going for kind of a focus on my lips today. So this is gonna be a neutral lip gloss. Now when you're applying your lip gloss, I know a lot of you guys have the wands. It's a very common applicator for lip gloss. So when you're applying this, I often will use this to kind of line the lips and spread the color evenly across the lips, but I always kind of press my lips together a little bit just to kind of evenly distribute everything, and then go back in and lightly kind of fill in on the sides. I often find that with lip gloss, it's hard to get the color onto the corner. So I'm always going back in and kind of finely blending that out with the brush. I love this look. I think it's really refreshing and brightening to the complexion. And even if you've had a full night's rest and you just feel ready to go in the morning, sometimes skin just still needs a little bit of help, a little pick-me-up along the way. And that's due to so many different factors like diet and exercise and hormones. So I hope you liked this video. Please leave me a comment below if there's a specific tutorial or product that you want me to talk about. This channel is for you. And please subscribe. I post new videos every single Tuesday.